I certainly would have liked to have seen Brian O'Driscoll in. I think Jamie Roberts coming back, and it's that impact.
Unlucky for the Australian boys, it's been an absolutely immense test series, you know, made it really tough, so unlucky lads, but great test series. To our boys, massive well done, you know, we've worked so hard for this. To all the fans who paid thousands and thousands of...
I think astonished in the press conference to hear Warren Gatlan say he picked the team with the best 15 players in mind, and then he worried about leadership. I think in a game of the magnitude that we've got at the Olympic Stadium, leadership comes to the fore. 2 days later, Robbie Deans is being asked about a decision to play George Smith, and he's saying at a game like this you need somebody that the players can look to, the players can rally to. He answered the question that was going to come about Brian O'Driscoll there and then, and I think the Lions look light on leadership, and I think it's potentially a catastrophic mistake.
Return to their team. Please join me in congratulating Sam Warburton and Alan Jones, the British and Irish Lions, winners of the Tom Richards Cup.
But I think the big issue here is it's two very good defensive sides, and Brian O'Driscoll is the greatest defender of that outside 13 channel, which is where the Ashley Cooper try came the last day. So for me, I think it's a bad mistake.
Well, these are scenes that are going to be played over and over again. The Lions of 2013 have taken their place in rugby's history books, and they have done it in some style. So tight, so edgy in Tests 1 and 2. And look at that for Paul O'Connell and Brian O'Driscoll. Series winners at last, perhaps not in the way that they would have wanted, but no one will ever take it away from them. They have certainly played their part in what is a fantastic result for the men in red. Some questioning where the Lions belonged in the modern game. Well, they have certainly answered that today. And this party is going to carry on for some time, I can tell you. I hope it is raging back home as well, because all the fans certainly deserve a drink. And Stuart Barnes has come up to join.
What worries me a little bit is who will have the strength of character to pull everybody in and say, hang on, this is what we've got to do for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah. It's interesting because Warren Gatlan has very much turned it to, if you're for Brian O'Driscoll, it's emotional. And it's not a question of an emotional farewell for O'Driscoll. He used the word, you know, he's been in the industry long enough, he understands. The key is, should he be in this team as a player and a leader? If you look at Jonathan Davies, has he been better than him in the test? Maybe, but it's that much. The impact of O'Driscoll as a leader compared to Davies just being another one of the Welshmen who's used to losing to Australia, that much. So when you take all the factors into the equation, it seems a very brave call, but bravery and madness.
And we just have to say at this point, a lot of people question Warren Gatlan coming into this game, and my word, he got it right.
It's a wonderful time to be wrong. I had my doubt, and at 1916, when Australia came back, you thought, do they have the leadership? They got everything right, they did. But they dominated the gain line, they dominated the set piece, and with Halfpenny there, what just made me so happy was, for once, we haven't come down to the southern hemisphere and won purely via forward power.
There's the confidence that someone like Brian O'Driscoll brings. I think that's what's going to be missing, that when you're in a one-score game late in, and you look around, your eyeball, and there's Brian O'Driscoll. He just lifts everyone, gives them that bit of confidence. I think that's the big thing that we'll be missing.
We spoke before the game about just keeping our heads, obviously the occasion, and everyone knew the importance of today. And look, the guys were really disciplined today in attack and defence, just really clinical rugby, and there was no bullshit. It was straight down the line.
I still think it's wrong leaving O'Driscoll out though.